Hello everyone, this is Professor Kent. Today's recording is Dance Studio. Some of you guys requested this. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that way you get the videos as I record them and as I post them. The first thing you had to do is to open the Dance Studio file. I opened it and now we're going to change the session date to March 5th, and we're going to do all the transaction for March 5th. Then we're going to advance our date to the 12th, 1926, and so on. So let's go to the first one. We're going to expand our date. Our expand date is March 5th. So I will do March 5th and I will say okay. Once you do that, our first one is what we're doing is it's our first journal entry received from a new vendor, and we needed to create this vendor. So how do you create a new vendor? We are going to go to the payables and you're going to click on new. You're going to do a full add because they want you to add everything. So I will double click on the vendors and you're going to do a create. The name of the vendor here is, it is called specialty services. So I will copy this. I am a little lazy, so I'm going to do that. They said put in any address. We're not going to worry about address. But we go to the option, we are going, the person is going to get 2% and net 30. So 2, sorry, I needed to get my, so we're going to say 2, my keyboard is the other way, 10, 30. And then we have to say calculate the discount before taxes. So that's what we're going to be doing. So then when you do that, the system is also asking you to, the system is also asking you to do an invoice. So let's go back and do the invoice. And there's an HST, so they're not exempt, and then we're paying save and close. So we will close this. We are here, so it's a specialty services. That's what the customer was that we bought stuff from. So now we're gonna go to my purchase invoice. You double click on the purchase invoice, then we're gonna, from here, drop down window, we have a specialty services. The invoice number they told us was 748. The date was March 1st, and what we did is we got they said charge to the cleaning services for $32. So the account will be cleaning services. Let's look at the account. 5100. The amount is $32 and has an HST. And what you could do is, what did we get from them? 10 boxes of wax. Control C, and you can put it under the description. So we got is 10 boxes of wax. And then when you display the transaction and it is 10 boxes, what you could do is, now it's not $32 for each. You could do a quantity is 10, and you could put it under the price, which is 32, and then it automatically does it. So either you to put 320 or you put it under the quantity. So if you were to display the transaction, your transaction should look like this. So that is correct, and the date is correct. We will post the transaction. My next one is on the 2nd, we issued a check. It is a purchase, it's a payment. You're paying for the purchases. Who are we making a payment to? Quentin. So we're going to go to Quentin, change the date to 2. That's what it is. When you go here, you're going to go left to the right, and we are going to go left to the right. So 222, that should be it should look like that. So I'm going to display it quickly to show you what the entry should be. So we're done. We close it and we post the transaction. We will say okay. Going back to, as we sold on invoice for the dance lessons, your actual name. So we're gonna, I hope we have my actual name. If not, then what we do is we needed to create a new customer under your name, whatever your name is. So in this case, we don't have it. I will add it, whatever your name is. So my name is Kieran Kent. That's what I would put it. And you're going to put it in whatever your actual name is. So I'm just going to leave everything the way it is. Everything is, I'll say save and close. And what happens in this case, it is a universal credit. And what did we do? We sold them lessons. And how many lessons did we sell? Dance lessons for a week for $40. So the amount is $40. There's an HST, the account that we want to charge to, revenue earned on the lessons. That's the account we are going to charge it. We will select it. It's on the 8th. And if you go to display a transaction, you're going to have there's no discount on when you do that. I just saw a discount, so you have to take away the 2% because there's no discount when you do this. When somebody pays by credit card, discount is available for seniors or if somebody pays in within the amount. So this should be your transaction. So I will close it and I will post it. And we're gonna go, okay, we close it. Now what happens, the next transaction is, I don't know if I changed the date, I think it should have been 5. So now we returned 1 box. So that's what we did, we returned 1 box. Then it is a purchase return. You're gonna go to the invoice and you're gonna go to specialty services, and if the invoice was 748 and it is RT, and we are going to go to, we return what? 1 box, and the cost of each box, if you returned it, you could do -1. Each box was, I think was $32, and there was an HST, the amount 32, sorry, this is I was saying why it's not saying unit is each, and it's a wax box 32, and I'm going to charge it to, we charge it to the cleaning services. And when you're doing a return, you have to take it out of the cleaning and repairs. And when you do that, there is no when you do that, what you could do is how many days are gone by. We ordered it on the 1st, we return it on the 4th day. 4 days are gone by. 10 minus 4 is 6. 30 minus 4 is 26. So that's what you should be doing. So if I were to display the transaction, your transaction should look like that. I will post my transaction was on the 5th, and now I needed to advance my date, and I'm going to do close it, and we are next advance is to the 12th, or you could do it to the 30th. I'm going to do it to the 30th, and I wanted to make sure that I do change the date as we go. We'll say okay. Now what happened is, next one is Rajwinder Upco issued a memo requesting $800 to cover for the personal check, $898. There's a different way of doing it. What we could do is we could do a make a payment. In this case, it is make other payments. When you're doing it, who are you making a payment to? In this case, you're making a payment to Rajwinder, and then the amount is $800. The check number is $898, and the account that we are going to be charging it to the drawings account. And if I display it, your display should look like this, which is good. We're good to go. I will post this transaction. The date should be again March 8th. You need to pay attention to the date. It is on the 8th. Sometimes I forget to do that, but it is your job. It's going to you're going to lose marks if you don't put the right date. Now we will say close, and we are going to go to the next one. We purchased 1 box of printing, so we are going to go to purchase invoice. And who did we purchase from? And it is Naj Printing. I hope we have it. Oh, we do have it. And what we do is we purchase invoices. And how many invoices did we purchase? One box. And it is the price of one box is, the invoice number is 875, and the date we purchased it was on the 14th, and the amount is 100, and it is net 20. So net days are 20, and the amount was 100. And let's see what the amount should, how your entry should be. And that seems to be right. We're good to go. And I have 14, we done the date. Now we're gonna post it. We're gonna post it. Next one is we paid specialty services, the check number. So we are gonna make a payment. We're making a payment. Who are we making a payment to? Specialty services. And when we're doing this, when are we making a payment? We're making a payment on the 15th, and there shouldn't be any discount. We're making after the 10 days then. So that amount should be 325. The check number should be displayed, and your entry should look like this. So we're good to go. So I will close it. We will post this transaction. We will say okay. So let's go to my next one. What we did is we sold again on the 19th. So if it's a sold, we are going to go to receivable, and it is your name paid with a check. So now it's your name paid with a check. So this is a sales invoice, and it will be with, instead of pay later, you could do a check. They told us what the check number is. Check number is 158. And it is whatever your name is. So you're going to pick up whatever your name is, the client, and the date is the 19th. You have to pay attention to the date, what we sold them, dance lessons. And the amount, I'm just going to move it here. The amount was 40 plus the HST. The amount was 40 and plus the HST. And I am going to go to the account, and it is my lessons. We are good, and it is on the 19th. And if we were to do that, it's a check, so there is no, oh, it's a check, and the check number was 158, and there is no 210 when somebody gives you a check. So the amount should be 4520, and we're going to display you the journal entry. We're good to go. I will post this transaction. 19, we're good. Now we're saying now the next transaction should be, if you were to do it in this case, you are going to be using the company module for the next one. What we did is the bank advised you. So if anything comes from the bank, it goes under company. We are going to do a general journal, and then it is a bank memo, and we have is the interest will pay, we'll just say bank memo, we're paying for, Control C, and that's what we're paying for, bank memo for the. All right, so when we do that, you double click to find out your interest account, and that is, you're going to charge it to bank loan and interest. Do we have it? Yes, and that was $28. You go to the next one. We're going to make a payment for the loan, bank loan payable, and that was for your you have to delete this first because it automatically comes 400, and we have a bank account, that would be my credit. You have to change the amount to 26. That's what the date is. Your entry should look like that. We're good to go. I am going to post my transaction. We will post it, and we will say close, and we will, sorry, there's a blank, so we're going to close now. We did it again at dance lessons, and it is paid in cash. So we are going to go to receivable, and we are going to do and that is to, and the date is 29th, and they paid by cash. And then the for dance lessons, the amount is $55. The amount is for $55, and it is for the dance lessons. I'm gonna go to my revenue account, and we're gonna find our revenue for earned lessons. When somebody pays cash, there is no discount. It is on the 29th, and my entry should look like this. This is correct. Now let's go close this. We post this transaction and we say okay. Then we go further. In this case, we received invoice number from somewhere. We received from Quentin. It's a purchase invoice, and we received it from Quantum Services. So for what is that? The invoice number is 456. The date is on the 30th, and it is for the cleaning a classroom. So they charge us, how much they charge? $80. And there is, now did we make them a check? Paid cash. No, sorry, 210 net 30, and that is good. So if we were to display a transaction, your transaction should look like this. We are good to go. So, and now we are going to close it, and that's the 30th. I will post this transaction. We will close it. Now received a bill. HST is 8% from Metro, any address, and then bill we paid within 5 days. So you can, if the customer isn't there, so in this case I don't have a customer, you could do a quick add, or you can add, we're gonna add, they said to put any address, but it is from Metro Insurance. We are gonna click Control C, and I'm just going to do Metro Insurance. The option is net within 5 days. They told us it is due in 5 days. There's no discount with the taxes. When you do it, it is 8%. I will save and close. Oh, I didn't put the name. Metro Insurance. I will save and close. And when you do that, it automatically comes. The bill number here, they told us. The bill number is that, and the amount they told us is 175. So I will do 175, and you're going to charge it to the insurance expense account. The entry should look like, I'm going to display a transaction. Your transaction should look like that. And then this was Dance Studio. I know some of you guys request me to record the video. It takes me time to record the video. Please be patient, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that when I record it, you'll get the message, and then you can watch the video. Thank you so much for listening to me. Take care, and bye for now.